Greetings, Dan Daniels here. This is a head-to-head competition with ChatGPT, bard.google.com, and hypergpt.ai, which requires you to be logged in behind a MetaMask ID, which strangely is not secure. That is something else to just think about. And you can see here it's secure on OpenAI. Bard is also secure. HyperGPT is not, which suggests that if you have important data, you shouldn't be passing it to HyperGPT. That being said, let's take a look at what the three of these tools can do. I have prepared a detailed prompt, which uses quite a few tokens, and I'm going to pass it here into ChatGPT. 3.5, I'm not using the paid for version. Begin that. Do the same for Bard. See how well Bard does. And in order for HyperGPT to work, I need to actually sit and watch it work, because if I click off, let's see if it starts. Okay, if I click off, you see that, yes, I've got 1, 2, 3 different outputs, or yeah, 3 different outputs from bard.google, and they all look more or less okay. All right, so, and how about OpenAI? Yes, and it included the formatting. Oh, and quite a bit of title, quite a bit of text, far more than usual. And let's see if it finished. It did not. So if I click continue generating, look at that. It keeps going on. All right, that's very interesting. How long it will continue to go on is another question entirely. Okay, so I got 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7 dialogues from this one prompt. That's very nice. And if you count this as individual tokens, that's theoretically quite a bit of money. Bard, we got 3 dialogues here, 2 dialogues here, and unknown number. Oh, it looks like only 1 dialogue, and you can see it didn't interpret the formatting properly. So this one looks like the better one in general. And let's take a look at HyperGPT. And as I said before, if you're not watching the page, then it will not output, which makes me wonder if the generation is actually happening on a JavaScript side. Okay, so we have our output and it's still working. Okay, so 1, 2, 3, 4. Okay, so we got 4 dialogues. All right, so there we go. In general, we'll say that it's more or less equal. Now here comes the fun part. Let's see how smart these so-called generative pre-trained transformers are. This is HyperGPT using the above prompt and output as an example. Continue writing new dialogues about AI assistants on the desktop. All right, so theoretically, this prompt, I should be able to get new dialogues based on this content here, but uh, not about AI customer support system, but AI assistance on the desktop. Copy this, send it, and we go over to Bard and do the same thing. Control V, paste, and we go to ChatGPT and we try the same. So here we go. Um, okay, on our desktop computers. That's exactly what I wanted. While it works, and here it is, AI assistant for my desktop. That's very good. Let's take a look at HyperGPT. Now I have to watch HyperGPT come up with a prompt and nothing. So it doesn't use the above example at all. It starts its own random hallucinated chat. So in this case, Bard and ChatGPT clearly win out, and I have to give it to props to chat.openai for its continued generating because it continues to give a lot more content, and it gives me also the ability to refer back to earlier material. And what is this? And is that an upload or a download? I don't know. I can share that link in the chat, which is also very cool. And Bard. Bard has the draft mechanism, and it has an ability to export to docs, an ability to draft in Gmail, but no continuation button. So it somehow knows when to cut off writing, whereas ChatGPT does not. All right, that's a head-to-head competition using the same prompt across three different generative pre-trained transformers. Um, I'd say ChatGPT is the winner. Bard came in a solid second, and HyperGPT, yeah, a distant third. Thanks for watching and happy computing.